All right, greetings everybody. I'm back. Let me set this up a little bit. Hope everybody's doing well. So today I'm going to talk about Professor James Small and Professor Kimball. And having those two professors on this particular channel has meant a lot to me. And I've learned a lot from them just listening to them and how they explain things and break down different spiritualities and rituals, which is inside of Freemasonry. And knowing that Professor James Small himself has been initiated into the rites and ceremonies, and how he expressed the mere fact that all the great ones that he knew of were Masons. Although I don't know about Malcolm being a Mason, but very intelligent brother in regards to the system of Freemasonry. So today we're going to talk about those two individuals who have actually been on this program and what they meant to this program and their influence on African American culture, the information that they have publicly shared on their own websites and the books that they have written. So we're going to have an open conversation about them and what they mean to us. And I'm going to say particular to me because I've had them on this particular program and I've listened to what they had to say and their ideas and what they're brought in helping to somewhat change my mind on some of the things I thought I knew. And that's a real thing, you know. And this is where I'm at. I'm not going to be long today, maybe about 15, 20 minutes of my time right now. But this is something I felt that was needed, like a recap, you know, like a recap. So let me start off with Professor James Small. In listening and going back and listening to that particular episode that he was on, you know, I know I got a lot of kickback. All he was talking about was Prince Hall, Prince Hall, Prince Hall. He's a Prince Hall Mason. He's a Prince Hall Mason. But what I got out of all of that is the system. He broke down how the system itself can actually help build a better society. He broke that down so eloquently until I was able to look at it from a point of view of those who are Masons and those who desire to be Mason and coming into the fold and really working together to recap and to rehash and to build up that which has been torn down. And when I say that, I'm strictly talking about the African American community and where we're at today. There's so much enlightened information out here till it's just unreal. In regards to who we are, where we come from, and how far we have to go to get to a better place. And in listening to him, I can actually say I learned a lot. I did, and it was a beautiful thing for me to have him on here and have Professor James Small to break down some things. Um, and I say that from the books he's written, the mere fact that the man has gone to Africa, the mere fact that the man has indulged himself in the ritualistic ceremonies and have been initiated, passed, and raised. What more can you ask? What more can you ask? And and like I said, I know a lot of brothers come out, yeah, he was trying to convert you brothers to Prince Hall. That was the right way. Nah, that's not what I got from that subject matter. That's not what I got from him at all. Prince Hall is the jurisdiction and Grand Lodge for which he received his rights and privileges to be a Mason. I respect that totally. What I got from Professor James Small and our conversation on this particular subject matter is the mere fact of using the system of Freemasonry to establish and to build a more harmonious society. That's what I got. I got no more, no less. And the mere fact that he expressed that that all, mostly all of your nobilities of people that we know came through the doors of Freemasonry. What is it that was so special about becoming a Mason that these gentlemen found it necessary to want to be part of it? That's what I got out of that. Even when he talked about his experience about being over in Africa and damn near being kidnapped, or he was kidnapped. And some of the things that he experienced and the help that he received in order to get back to the United States says a lot about his knowledge, a lot about his understanding. And those individuals, we have to keep them in prayer. We have to protect those individuals. I mean, really legitimately speaking, because they are the it factor, you know, when it comes to dealing with those who are in Freemasonry, those who would like to see this man just disappear. I mean, just think about the information that he has, the books that he have. I mean, this man had a book that was, I would imagine a book was worth maybe about a couple of $1,000 easy. And I don't blame him. I wouldn't let that book get out of my sight also. There are books out there, brothers and sisters, you wouldn't believe the cost of these books. And most of us don't want to spend money on books. But you know what? Books holds a lot of knowledge and information that would definitely help benefit the individual in their life. It's total. It is so true. It is so true, especially old books, you know. But to say this is merely to say that Professor Small, when he was on, definitely opened up a Pandora's box for me. He did that. And now, having Professor Kimball on, this guy here really went into a spirituality side of the rituals, of the ritual ceremonies and rites. And those individuals who was on the panel really spoke in regards on the spirituality, the ritualistic ceremonies, and how does that help that individual who's coming through the doors of Freemasonry, and the arts and sciences, and how do they apply to to someone in their life who walked through those doors. And Professor Kimball really elevated that and said, look, based upon my research, based upon my years and working with great professors himself, and taking from them in addition to the information, man, he was like, yeah, this is where we're at. He understood, to me, how to break down those ritualistic ceremonies within Freemasonry in order to help have a better understanding of spirituality for which a Mason goes through. Oh yeah, you do. Oh yeah, you do. So just the other day, even for myself, I had said this: for each of the degrees in Freemasonry, there is a prayer that is written in your Masonic ritual, or there should be a prayer that is written in your Masonic ritual. What I said I was going to do for myself is go back and read those prayers and see what they entail, because for the most part, we know that these prayers are not necessarily read in your ceremonies in your lodge. It's just a fact. They're not read also in the ceremonies of the Order of the Eastern Star. But if you go back and you research and you find out that these prayers and how special they are, it will definitely give you a different perspective on what we see and perceive in Freemasonry. I would guarantee that. I would definitely guarantee that. First of all, I want to greet everybody who's coming on today. Fraternal greetings, Brother Vincent, Devon, what's up? Brother Maddox, how you doing? Brother Jones, how you holding? The last screaming definitely made me go back and study. I have been talking. Let me see his brother. What did he say? Let's see. His brother said, I've been talking to folks about it. Oh yeah, I certainly appreciate it. Share that video. I certainly appreciate it. Hit the thumbs up, like button. You know, greetings, Brother Lewis. How you doing? And thank you for sharing that post, Brother Lewis. I really appreciate it. Great works that the brothers of PHA in the Grand Lodge of Tennessee, under that leadership, you guys are doing an outstanding job. Just want to send you a big shout out in regards to the work that you're doing there, Brother Lewis. Congratulations, and really going into the community and really putting forth that effort to let them know that, hey, we're here for you. And I believe that all of us should do that. I'm not concerned about your jurisdiction. I'm just saying, as a Mason, as a sister of the Order of the Eastern Star, I just believe all of us should have a footprint in the community for which you live in the community for which we gather our membership, participate in. You need to be there showing your face in activity of how you are servicing the community. Can't wait to Smalls. Oh, can't wait to smash some wings and chop it up with you next time in Diego. Hey, brother, yeah, anytime you back in San Diego, yeah, we're gonna definitely go get them wings. You know what I mean? Um, so this is where we're at. Back to the subject at hand, as far as dealing with Dr. Professor Smalls, as he was on the program, and the information he brought forth. I mean, you can't ask for a better individual to come on your program and really break down some things that you may have thought you knew, or what masonry looks like. I can actually say that I enjoyed that whole series, that whole conversation. Opened some other doors for me. It also enlightened me on some other things that I thought I knew, but he actually brought it home, because he's actually been to Africa, been to the Grand Lodge of Luxor. He's actually seen it, and how is, man, I'm really a lost of words, just because of the opportunity that I had to have them on the program. Uh, I'm working on another individual right now, waiting to hear back from him. That he's going to be special also, and I'm definitely looking forward to having some sisters to come on and bring forth some great information. That is this channel objective, is to bring forth information that's going to help to enlighten brothers of the craft and sisters of the order. We've been too long at odds with each other over nothing. I believe the debate that was once out there about regularity, irregularity, who's this, who's that. If you have not grown, if you haven't uh, gotten beyond that point in a basic conversation regarding Freemasonry, you have yet to grow. You are still an infant in Freemasonry. Peace. Who is this? Truth. Allah. I appreciate it. Peace and blessings. I'm pleased to hear this, and I'd like to spend more time discussing the importance of 1827 in relations to Black Masonry and building our community. You can enlighten me, Truth Allah, in regards to 1827. I don't know particularly what is special about that particular time or year, but I'm open to the conversation. Greetings, Brother Charles. How you doing? So as we take a snapshot of these two great individuals who were on this program, and how they brought forth great information and commentary in regards to the spirituality of Freemasonry, in regards to the basic construct and society of Freemasonry. It really says a lot in the growth of not only myself, but for those who come on and listen to the instructions, or conversation piece that those two individuals really bring. I mean, those two individuals can really say, for me, that they have really been on the front line of enlightenment, of illumination, and being able to bring forth great information that would help enlighten the next person to be a better person with knowledge of spirituality, knowledge of the craft, knowledge of ancient rituals, and how it proceeds. Because a lot of times we don't get it. We don't get that in our lodges. And I would say this even from my lodge, and the information that we bring forth. We try to enlighten individuals. We try to bring forth enlightened information to help them progress and proceed in their workings as a Mason. And sometimes that can be difficult based upon time that you may have with the individuals, who he's studying with, and a whole lot of other situations, because life gets involved with you when you're really into a particular subject matter, or when you are into something that's going to help you grow. Life pops up. That's a fact. So walk with me just for a second. I'm not going to hold you very long. I got a few more minutes left. Do me a favor, please hit the like button as we continue to have this brief conversation regarding Freemasonry and every and where we're at with it. I would say this again, as we grow, as we proceed uh, in the brotherhood of Freemasonry, as you proceed in the sisterhood of in the Eastern Star Works, I would imagine the more information that you find, the more interesting it becomes as far as you being a part of Freemasonry in the Order of the Eastern Star. I can definitely say that based upon my own personal journey. I don't think I've ever uh, gotten enough out of Freemasonry with the many books that I have in my library, and then with the books that my brother uh, Dwight from the UK is sharing with me, the information that he has. He does a book review, and his information in those books that he have is amazing. They are great, great books. I'm like, oh my goodness. Uh, so go out and get yourself some books, man. Just get yourself some books on the spirituality of masonry. Man, it's freaking is going to change. It will change. You cannot continue on this path of nothingness if you're going to be in this organization. You can't do it. You just can't do it. So look, I'm going to close out, and hope that you guys have gotten something out of this. What's up? And I'm going to say peace and be well. You can go back. I hope you guys have peace. I got to get back to work. Take care, everybody. I'm out.